Hello, beautiful souls. Welcome to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Infinity, and this is Magnetize Yourself, where we talk about life, love, spirituality, and of course, the law of attraction. I'm feeling a lot of really intense energies coming through here as I am recording this reading, and the day that I'm recording it is actually the day before it premieres live. So I'm assuming these kind of intense energies will carry over into tomorrow when this video premieres as well. So be sure to let me know in the comments if you felt any kind of energy change, energy shift, or just some kind of powerful energetic experience or emotional experience, because the emotions we feel can often indicate what is happening energetically. If you are feeling any of that within your connection or individually, be sure to let me know in the comments or type something in the live chats. So I'm going to go ahead and begin today by shuffling the Energy Oracle cards deck. If you would like me to channel specific messages for you and your situation, be sure to like the video and also make sure that you are subscribed to this channel. By taking these two actions, by liking and subscribing, you are virtually signaling to me, yes, I am here, I am energetically present, and that means I'm able to better pick up on that energy and channel specific messages for you. Also, for those of you who are new, I do channel many hyper-specific individual messages throughout these readings, so be sure to use your own intuition in determining which messages are for you and which are for others. So I'm going to go ahead and set my intentions for this reading. If you feel guided to do so, you can set your own intentions either by commenting under this video aloud to yourself or chatting in the live chat box if you are watching this live. I do create live twin flame reading videos every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday at 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time here on this channel, so be sure to check back during those times. So as I was shuffling after intention setting, the Broken Heart Reverse card came out here. I heard an end to the brokenheartedness, but it may not feel that way, which I know sounds like kind of a strange message, but what I'm getting is that some very intense transformation is happening through the heart center. This is a continuation of a message channeled in my previous reading about the heart center awakening that was really intensifying for a lot of twin flames in the collective on this planet at this time. There's something about an end to the brokenheartedness, an end to some kind of cycle that we're coming out of here, that you may be also coming out of on an individual level within your connection, some cycle that was perceived to be negative or painful or to have an element of brokenheartedness to it is being broken. However, I feel that as that cycle breaks, I heard it's like my heart is breaking open with it. So it's kind of ironic because I feel that this end of this cycle could actually feel like its own kind of heartbreak. But really, there's something powerful happening on an energetic level within this situation of perceived brokenheartedness. It's actually the opposite. It is what is causing the end of a painful or brokenhearted cycle. I know that sounds a bit high level and confusing, so I will be channeling more specifics to give a better context for what I mean here. So what is this situation of, well, let's start with what cycle we're breaking out of. What was the cycle of brokenheartedness here? If there's been a theme of these recent twin flame readings, I would say one of the major themes would be breaking that is truly a breaking open. And as I was saying that, walking away in the upright position came out here. And just to circle back, I was speaking to this cycle of brokenheartedness that was coming to a close or that we are breaking out of. So there's something about walking away here. I'm sensing right away someone in the past literally could have separated themselves from this person, created what we call a twin flame separation, which I really prefer to refer to as just a perceived disconnect, because separation can never truly exist between twin flames. But I'm getting the sense that someone did walk away or separates in the physical 3D worlds, or emotionally, they could have emotionally disconnected. They could have virtually disconnected if you were just connecting over social media, text, or call with your person. And I feel that whoever did this was a necessary act of boundary setting or self-love. It was like, I hear someone saying like, I had to set these boundaries because I love myself too much to let this continue. As much as I love you, I love myself more. I have to care for myself. I have to give myself this time or space for some reason. Again, these messages won't connect with everyone, but I do feel someone here, it's like out of self-love, or I almost want to say self-preservation. It was almost feeling life or death, like a survival kind of thing for this person. Not literally, but emotionally, emotional survival. It's like I couldn't bear it anymore. There was something about this situation being more connected emotionally or in the physical that this person just couldn't handle. I heard it was like too painful. I slowly started to not recognize who I was looking at in the mirror. That's kind of what I hear this person saying. And I feel like for some reason, it's like I heard path of least resistance was some kind of separation or disconnect. It's like this person had to create some kind of space between them and the other, either emotionally or physically. Adjacent possibilities in the upright position. I heard the illusion of possibilities. So this person I'm connecting with, they could have either told themselves that they were going to date around, or they wanted to explore the dating world outside of their twin, outside of this person. However, I feel like if they were telling this to themselves, it was almost like a self-deception, some kind of an illusion here. It's like in their heart and soul, they know there is no one for them but this person that they walked away or kind of separated from. But for some reason, it's like that creation of physical or emotional distance was really necessary to this person's individual growth, development, or their ability to love themselves. Like self-love was really wrapped up in this situation. Again, with illusion of possibilities, I feel this either applies to this person directly, feeling like maybe they should date around, try to connect with other people, but not being able to. Alternatively, this could be their twin flame, or they could be mirroring this dynamic. So it could be that their twin has the illusion of options. So one twin could be looking at the other thinking they're probably dating around. They have all these dating options and possibilities. They may even assume that they are dating or connecting with others. I heard Tinder, so there could be dating apps somehow involved here, or someone perceiving that the other is connecting with other potential romantic partners over dating apps or social media. But I feel like whatever, regardless of how this applies, if this connects with your situation, I feel strongly this is an illusion. It's either a self-deception, or I heard like a show that's being put on to make the other think that they are moving on or capable of moving on, but deep down this person is saying in their soul, I am soul monogamous with you. I spoke on soul monogamy between twin flames for the first time a few weeks ago, and I've really resonated with this term because twin flames are naturally soul monogamous, soul exclusive, which means that they share the most intimate, deep, magnetic connection on the planet. And regardless of what is going on in the physical, whether they are connecting with third parties, other people, on a soul level, they always feel exclusive to one another, because for twin flames, there is this energetic space that exists only with you and your twin, because you and your twin vibrate at the same wavelength. Quite literally, you have the same core energetic frequency, and no one else on the planet shares that frequency. This is also why when you connect with your twin flame in the physical, you may get the sensation from time to time of being like caught up with your twin in some kind of higher realm where it is only the two of you existing together. Even when you are in a crowd of people, it feels like there is literally no one in the room but this person, because when you are exchanging energy together in this way, you are creating this sort of vortex around you, this whirlwind of energy that is taking you to this higher plane, this level of existence and communication that again exists exclusively and solely for the two of you. There is no one else who can join you in this space, regardless of who is physically around you in that moment. This is also why twin flames are capable of very easily accessing one another in the energetic realm during times of meditation, especially forms of meditation that actively relax the conscious mind, because it is the conscious mind, the ego mind, our whirling thoughts and feelings and emotions that cause us to disconnect from that energetic space where we are always connected with our twin flame. This is why the 7 chakra twin flame clearing subliminal I've created is so effective for reconnecting you with your twin, because it's not literally externally transporting you to your twin flame. It is removing and releasing all of the conscious ego-based blocks that are preventing you from returning to that clear, high vibrational, energetic space within yourself. And when you return to that clear, authentic, fully aligned space within you, energetically speaking, you naturally connect with your true twin flame, because again, they are the only ones sharing that core soul frequency. So this subliminal I've created is a meditation available in 4 different background sounds. And through this meditation, there are unconscious affirmations embedded within the track that will deeply reprogram your subconscious mind, because your conscious mind cannot process, cannot hear these affirmations, which means they are able to bypass the conscious filter of the mind and make deeper, more lasting impressions on the subconscious, which it's the subconscious that is a mirror, a reflection of your energy field. So this subliminal is a really powerful tool for deep subconscious reprogramming, for releasing the blocks preventing you from accessing your twin flame connection energetically, really allowing you to fully reconnect, tune into your twin flame's energy, clearing the blocks between you and your twin in your connection. And the result of this is your energy, in a sense, literally becomes magnetized for your twin flame, not just energetically, but then of course, this energetic dynamic manifests in the physical as well. So this 7 chakra twin flame clearing subliminal comes from my website, soundandsoulful.com. So as you can see on the screen, on this website, I've created over 100 subliminals for all areas of life. So I have subliminals for physical appearance changes, for mood shifts like confidence and happiness, for anxiety relief, for love and relationships, of course, for material manifestations like money or business success, and so much more. And of course, specifically for twin flames, I have an entire section of subliminals dedicated exclusively to the twin flame path. So this 7 chakra twin flame clearing is available on my website. You can access any subliminal I've created completely free for 7 days by creating a free trial account on my website. So all of that information on what this subliminal contains and how to sign up to my site is linked in the pinned comment and description box under this video. I will also be leaving links there to any other subliminals I recommend during these readings. And the reason I make these recommendations is because this twin flame path is highly dynamic, highly tied into every aspect and area of our lives, our soul path, and it tends to change not just day to day, week to week, but moment to moment. Again, it's very dynamic, very responsive to everything going on externally around us and internally within us. So this really requires us to establish daily habit rituals like meditation, incorporating energy clearing tools that work for us. For me, I found subliminals to be most powerful for this energy clearing. So I really like to create and continue to recommend daily energy clearing and shifting tools you can use to not only understand these dynamics with your twin flame through these readings, but also take a conscious, empowered role in actively shifting your own energy and therefore shifting the dynamic between you and your twin in the physical as well. So with this adjacent possibilities card, this illusion of possibilities, just circling back here, I really do feel that this illusion of possibilities may actually be mirrored between both twin flame counterparts in this situation, because I'm strongly feeling that each counterpart, at least for someone listening, this may not be for everyone, but I'm picking up on a situation where each is looking at the other, assuming that the other is either dating around or has a lot of options, but both within their own heart and soul are feeling, I am soul monogamous to this person, to my twin flame. I could not possibly truly connect with someone else romantically because I feel completely exclusive and soul monogamous to you, my twin flame. That is what I'm hearing them each say to each other. Again, that may just be for some listening who are in a period of separation from your person. If you're connecting more with one another, this may simply be representative of a fear that comes up from time to time. A fear that the other may somehow be able to disconnect from this connection, may not be feeling it in the same way, or may not be feeling exclusive towards you. And I'm hearing dissolve these fears into love. I'm hearing that these fears are all constructed from the ego, which doesn't fully comprehend this twin flame connection. It doesn't understand that our twin flame mirrors everything we are energetically, including what we experience in terms of feelings and sensations, soul sensations for the other person. So when you feel to yourself in your soul, I could not possibly find true fulfillment and joy in a relationship with someone else. If you feel that way about your twin flame, regardless of what's going on in the physical, at the soul level, your twin reflects that feeling as well. I may do a video really explaining more on this mirroring aspect. Mirroring is one of the most confusing parts of the twin flame connection because twin flames always mirror one another energetically, but oftentimes the ways in which that energy manifests itself, meaning how they feel that energy consciously through their conscious thoughts, through their emotions, and how they express what they are feeling energetically, can be very different between counterparts, depending how aligned or out of alignment they are with their most authentic self. So again, I may do a video on that later on, but for now, 2 cards just flew out of the Energy Oracle cards deck, so I'm going to go ahead and get those now. And these cards are Thinking Woman, really speaking to a divine feminine whose ego could be being triggered in some way. The 4th chakra reversed, which is the heart chakra card, and the anxiety card reversed. So instantly I feel, because of this Thinking Woman card, we are speaking to or connecting with some divine feminine listening right now who could have found herself, I heard, spinning, confused, difficulty accessing or connecting with intuition recently, potentially feeling triggered somehow. Feeling the regret card just came out from the Soul's Journey deck. So regret relating to the past, this card says, I know that I cannot change the past, but I feel as though there's a divine feminine here who, from an ego perspective, wants to do the opposite, wants to change the past, wants to do the impossible, I heard, I want to rewrite our story. Our story wasn't supposed to go that way. A butterfly might be significant to you in some way, or you could have been seeing butterflies, specifically a monarch butterfly. I just kind of downloaded that intuitively just now. So I'm speaking to, this will probably only be a few people or one person, but there's a divine feminine here who is feeling regrets over things that happened. I heard even potentially anger, I heard anger not even directed specifically at a person, just in general. Like, I am angry that things worked out the way that they shouldn't have. I'm angry that this happened and I wish that it hadn't happened that way. Again, this won't be for everyone. That's kind of just the energy I'm getting from someone who's had moments of being triggered in their ego. And then fourth chakra reversed and anxiety reversed. There's a heart block here that is causing anxiety, a heart chakra sort of imbalance that I'm going to read more specifically into. This could also simply be symptomatic of something coming into balance, because very often when we feel negative emotions or sensations, we tend to attach a lot of self-judgment to these emotions, judging them as bad or as negative. But oftentimes these negative, so-called negative feelings and sensations emotionally can actually be powerful symptoms of shifts taking place within us. Specifically when it comes to the emotions, these often indicate heart chakra processing shifts or transformations, because the heart chakra is the center of our emotional experience. Sometimes as these blocks are being processed out, we feel the pressure. It's like you could think of this twin flame energy, this powerful energy we are always exchanging with our twin flame, as a river, and any blocks we are storing in the heart center are like a dam, a wall in this river. The more the water builds up against the wall, meaning the more powerful we are experiencing energy from our twin flame, the more we are going to feel pressure in the form of negative emotions or sensations coming from this powerful energy stream, this powerful, what we could think of as unconditional love energy that is now coming up against these walls that are blocking us from accessing that love energy. So if this is resonating with you, I will also leave a link in the pinned comment and description to my twin flame heart chakra activation supplemental. This is particularly powerful if you are someone who has been feeling emotionally unbalanced lately, potentially even feeling emotions you would label as negative. Remember that these emotions can often be symptomatic of these changes, very powerful changes happening within the heart center. And this subliminal will assist you in rebalancing your emotions by processing out any heart chakra blockages, again, revolving around specifically you and your twin flame connection. Because oftentimes when we feel these negative emotions or sensations, sometimes these emotions aren't even coming from us as a twin flame. It can also be things we are absorbing or picking up on from our twin flame, because we do energetically process things together. Twin flames energetically support one another by processing out the same energies simultaneously very often. So again, the link to this twin flame heart chakra activation will also be in the pinned comment and description. I want to know where exactly the root of this heart chakra block, potentially causing feelings of anxiety, is coming out here. I heard the heart chakra block for someone could actually be somehow anxiety itself, worrying itself about this connection, or I heard the future of this connection. For some reason, the lightning is really standing out in the image on this anxiety card. So lightning, or metaphorically, like potentially a storm, could be symbolic to you with your connection right now. I heard lightning could be symbolic of a situation with your person that seemed to strike completely out of nowhere and seemed to symbolically or metaphorically electrify you, paralyze you, hit you out of nowhere, cause you to feel frozen in place, like as though you don't know how to move forward with this person or this connection. That again will probably just apply to one person or a few people. The fifth chakra also came out here, so there's something connecting with communication. I heard, I want to tell you how I feel, but it's so hard to find the words. Who here wants to say how they feel but can't find the words? What's going on here? Door to romance in the upright position. Communication opens the door. Someone wants to say that they want to communicate how much they want to open this door, move forward, have this new beginning, this fresh start. But I feel that they're either having difficulty communicating this, or there's something going on here. I'm trying to place it. It's difficult to find the exact words to describe this. So what's going on with this person who wants to communicate this new beginning? What is this person trying to communicate here? Happy family in the upright position. I'm going to pull a few more cards just to give us a better idea of what is going on here. I heard I regret how the past changed the future. I feel like I'm speaking to someone here who really strongly desires this new beginning, this fresh start with this person. But on some level, I hear them saying, I'm not sure I can do it. Like, I feel that whatever has happened in the past has somehow rewritten our future, overwritten our happy ending. So I'm trying to communicate what I want, but I feel this person feeling almost frustrated within themselves because they're not even fully sure what they want. Because it's like what I wanted was this happy family, meaning symbolically a stable, manifested future with you, this door to romance opening, this future. But now it's like the reason I'm having trouble communicating. Okay, so this is what I'm getting. The reason this person is struggling to communicate this is because although this is what they desire, what they want, what they may even be saying that they want verbally, they're having difficulty fully communicating this because they're dealing with this heart chakra block that isn't supporting the communication. What I mean by supporting is energetically, because the heart chakra is focused lower on the energy body than the fifth chakra, the throat chakra. The heart sits under the throat. So we have to have an open heart in order to facilitate clear, open, powerful communication. These two energy centers are really intertwined with one another. So it's almost like someone is trying to communicate here, but they can't communicate because their heart isn't yet fully opened. This is what I heard, because my heart is healing. It's like I can't come in with this communication yet fully, clearly, openly, because my heart is still healing. That is what I hear from someone. But I do feel this causes them a lot of feelings of worry or anxiety. It's like they want to be ready to fully communicate, to move forward, to create this future, but they keep getting pulled back into their heart wound, into their heart space, because there is this healing that needs to take place through this time of feeling stuck in place, feeling again like that lightning strike, that event, that potential tower moment paralyzed them. The reason that they became paralyzed is because through that period of stagnation, of being frozen in place, they were being drawn back into, I heard, the wound is the place where the light enters you, that beautiful Rumi quote. They're being intentionally, divinely guided back into that heart wound, into that wounded heart space, in order to spend time there healing it, transforming it in that period of time where they feel a bit frozen in place, where things appear to not fully be moving forward. Now, I do have a subliminal to open twin flame communication. So if you are on the other side of this and you are experiencing this lack of communication, or communication that seems very muddy or cloudy between you and your person, the reason we feel this way often as twin flames, that the communication is somehow clouded in the physical or even blocked, is because twin flames are always energetically communicating, meaning they are always exchanging energy. So Because this energy exchange happens predominantly through the heart chakra, most of our communication with our twin flame occurs first through an open heart chakra center, and then through the throat chakra, through our verbal, physical words and communication. So until we fully open the heart center and balance the heart chakra with the throat chakra, we cannot clearly communicate with our twin flame, regardless of what words we are saying to them in the physical. So this subliminal to open twin flame communication focuses on both the throat chakra and the heart chakra within the twin flame connection to open both of these chakra centers and rebalance the energy between them to allow for clear, open communication between you and your twin. So the link to that subliminal is in the pinned comment and description box. But I do want to reshuffle the cards here and speak more specifically to this fourth chakra card and anxiety in the reverse position here, because I do feel there are still some more messages to be channeled here. I just heard a message of guidance that said, your heart is healing. Release your fears, release the anxiety. And I feel the reason I'm getting this message for this person connecting with it, I do feel for many this will be a divine feminine. I feel that there is this fear of stagnation, this fear of paralysis, this fear of no movement forward in this connection, specifically in the physical realm. And if you are someone experiencing these worries or anxieties, I'm hearing surrender, release your fears. In fact, part of why you are experiencing this stagnation is to give you the time and space to feel into, ease into your heart center, allow all of the fears and worries and anxieties to dissolve into love and light, and therefore transform yourself on a very intense level. It's like this is a deep catalyst for your awakening spiritually, for your movement forward along your physical spiritual path as well, even though it doesn't look that way. It looks like the opposite to this person. It looks like nothing is moving forward, but really through this period of things not moving forward in the physical, you are being fully realigned energetically within yourself. You are releasing pain and blocks you've stored specifically in the heart center for a long time. And this releasing is going to catapult you forward, upward energetically, which will then manifest in quantum leaps in the physical as well. And I'm not just hearing this specifically in regards to your twin flame connection, the love romance element of that connection, but specifically in your life, in your spiritual journey as well. The two cards from the Starseed Oracle I pulled here are Earthed, learning how to be human in the world but not of it, and also the Cosmic Heart, devotion, potency, make your life a moving prayer. So just a closing message here. I will get into more details in the extended reading because I do want to move along to the divine feminine and divine masculine messages here. But if you would like to explore more detailed messages about this, about what is going on with this potentially a divine feminine, I'm feeling that pretty strongly, who is dealing with this period of stagnation, causing potential feelings of anxiety, but through this time is fully energetically realigning and therefore will be catapulted forward in her life path, on her life soul's purpose on this planet. I'll be channeling more details on that in the extended, which is available on my Patreon page. So if you are resonating with the messages and you would like to explore the extended version, the link to that is in the pinned comment and description under this video. But for now, I would like to just pull one or two more messages for this divine feminine. Let's see if we can get a higher self message of encouragement for her from the Rumi Oracle, because I do feel she is processing a lot right now that could be feeling, I heard energetic overwhelm, feeling overwhelming, feeling potentially even painful. I also did hear daily habit rituals. I've been saying this a lot recently, but establishing daily practices, rituals to ground you, to clear your energy, to assist you in processing out all of these intense energies that you are receiving and transmuting right now is really essential. So exercising, if that's what works for you, meditating, eating nourishing foods, participating in self-care, taking salt baths, long walks in nature, listening to subliminals. All of these are ways to clear your energy, to ground yourself, to care for yourself during this very energetically intense period of time. And a final higher self message of encouragement for this divine feminine before we move on is from the Rumi Oracle, Al-Azza, Star of Venus. And I'm going to read the poem for this card from the guidebook. I am the pure light, my son. I am not a handful of worthless dust. I am not just an empty shell. I am a regal pearl formed in this world. Close your eyes to see and become aware of me. Perceive me with eyes that see the unseen. Come into the mystery to find me. I am a carefree visitor here for you. My beautiful one, born of pure radiance, you have love in your heart and a passion for play that cannot be dulled by bleakness, boredom, or fear. Your soul is sensual and dances with life, with utter abandonment and devotion. Though the ways of this world may seem strange to you at times, you eventually declare it to be nothing but strange beauty and expand your heart, resisting nothing, to allow all to be bathed in the radiance of your being. You are here to share the light of another world, a blessed world of consciousness pure and divinity so absolute that it transcends duality and instead brings all into the oneness of the greatest love. Wow, what a beautiful message, speaking not only specifically to the divine feminine I was connecting with here, but also to the overarching soul mission, soul purpose of this journey. As the guidebook says, transcending duality, which I often speak of as division, blocks to unconditional love that we store collectively, that we build between one another. This is what twin flames come to this planet to deconstruct, to bridge, to overcome. Which is so often also why twin flames are born into circumstances where there is some inherent divide or perceived divide between them, whether this is some kind of gap in age, religion, culture, geographically speaking, some kind of boundary that seems impossible to surmount or overcome. The reason that it seems impossible is because that impossibility is the part of our minds that is still entrenched in the collective consciousness of division, the conditional love paradigm, and that which we fight within ourselves, that feeling we fight of this seems impossible, isn't us just overcoming and transmuting our own limiting beliefs about love and connection. It's actually us transmuting the collective paradigm of conditional love, of barriers and divisions. So I really hope that message reached whoever needed to hear it. And again, there will be more details in the extended linked in the pinned comment and description. But for now, I would like to move forward to the 3D physical self messages from both the feminine and masculine side. Now, just to clarify, as many of you know, I do like to make a distinction between the 3D physical self of the divine feminine and the divine masculine, as well as their higher self elements. And the reason I do this is because we are, as twin flames, always experiencing this connection in our lives from two different aspects. The part of us who is soul, who is eternal, who is ancient, who has total knowledge of everything we are going to experience and everything we have experienced even in lifetimes prior. And simultaneously, we are also connecting with or projecting, experiencing that physical human aspect of ourselves that only knows this one lifetime, that often thinks from a very collective consciousness mindset that absorbs this negative programming throughout the course of our lifetime, that is still experiencing that soul amnesia and isn't always fully connected with what our higher self knows, what our soul knows. So I like to make this distinction just because what we feel on a higher self level when it comes to our twin flame energetically can often be very different from what we consciously feel and experience on a physical level, on a 3D level. So what is the Divine Feminine thinking or feeling from a physical 3D perspective at this time on the planets? What is going on with the Divine Feminine in the 3D? Walking away in the upright position. So this could be speaking specifically to whoever I was connecting with at the beginning, who may have disconnected from their twin flame, either emotionally or physically. I am feeling many Divine Feminines in the collective could have experienced a disconnect from their person. I heard them saying it felt necessary. It felt like something I had to do, but it was very painful, and also something I don't want to be permanent. The world. So whoever this is I'm connecting with, okay, so just one more thing here, because with this walking away card, I also heard this could be someone who is thinking not specifically about their twin flame, but who is in the process of walking away from everything that does not serve them or align with the highest, most authentic version of themselves. But this is leading to a lot of intense loneliness, a kind of hermit mode, an isolation. With the World card, what really stood out to me on this card is just this feeling of loneliness emanating from it. It shows the image of one person, kind of a hooded figure, just looking at the world, but feeling so apart from it, outside of it. And that is how I feel this Divine Feminine is living her life, feeling I see the world around me, but I don't feel a part of it. Why is this Divine Feminine feeling lonely, earthed? Learning how to be human in the world, but not of it. Wow, if that doesn't fit so synchronistically with this card, I have like a whole wave of goosebumps right now. Learning how to be human. So if you are a Divine Feminine feeling particularly alone right now, know that nothing is going wrong here. There is nothing wrong with you. In fact, the reason you at times feel so alone and isolated is because, as this card says, you are in the world, not of it. You are learning how to be human, meaning you are having this human experience here to transmute some of the darker, more challenging elements of humanity into light, dissolving them into your light, into your love. But through this dissolution process, you are becoming more and more of who you came here to be on a soul level, that most authentic, soulful version of yourself. The more you become that person that you were born to be, the less you feel connected to others who are still in their own darkness and who may even at times feel uncomfortable by your bright, brilliant, radiant light. But whoever you are listening to this, if this is connecting with you, keep shining that light anyway. Do not dim your light to make others in the darkness feel more comfortable. That is the message I'm getting for someone listening here. So what else is going on with this Divine Feminine in the physical 3D world? What else is going on here? Discipline. I can accomplish what I set my mind to. For some reason, when I flipped over this card, I also heard hypermasculinity. So there could be a Divine Feminine who has had to step into her masculine side a bit more than usual recently in order to move forward on some kind of goal, dream, or plan. This won't apply to everyone, but I do also feel kind of a word of caution here, because I feel that whoever I'm connecting with could be very perfectionist, somewhat of an overachiever, and they could at times try to really push things into being, force things into being. So I'm really hearing them guided to, yes, cultivate and balance their inner masculine and feminine, because of course we each do contain a balance of these two elements. However, at the same time, do not forget that you are the powerful, magnetic goddess of your life, and that the most embodied Divine Feminine, you and your most embodied, powerful Divine Feminine states are capable of effortless manifestation. You are magnetic. You draw to you everything you desire. You don't have to force or push anything into being here. And the two cards that came out were blossoming and surrender. I heard when a flower is planted as a seed, You don't force it to grow. You simply water it day after day. I feel that's really referring to these daily habit rituals that are so important for you. That's meditation, walks in nature, self-care, continuing to steadily focus upon your goals energetically, to focus your energy on those goals, to align your energy through meditation or whatever practices you use for that energetic alignment process. But I'm also hearing there also needs to be a level of surrender when it comes to planting that seed. Yes, the action is taken to plant the seed, the daily action is taken to water it, but you have to surrender to the laws of nature that simply allow that seed to blossom with this blossoming card here. And you are like that seed that is planted in the earth. You are inevitably going to grow, going to continue blossoming into that flower, into whatever you want to become. But it's going to require of you the daily love, care, and attention you are focusing upon yourself and upon your goals and dreams. Finding a balance between taking inspired action as you feel inspired, as you feel your intuition guiding you, and also not trying to force or push it into being when you step into that potentially over masculinized, kind of overachieving perfectionist sort of state. So I know that message won't be for everyone, but I know it will apply to someone listening very specifically, and you will know if or how that resonates with you. If that is connecting with you, I will leave a link to the Awakened Divine Feminine subliminal in the pinned comment and description box. This Divine Feminine subliminal is designed to rebalance, to realign your energies as the Divine Feminine, so you can really step into that fully empowered, fully embodied, magnetic, energetic space as the Divine Feminine. So the link to this Awakened Divine Feminine subliminal is in the pinned comment and description. But I do want to see if I can just get one more card for this Divine Feminine in the physical. So what else does the Divine Feminine from her physical 3D perspective need to know? What is she dealing with at this time? Fall into my arms, surrender, holding the opposites, the extremes of life. That word extremes really stood out to me, and I specifically heard there could be a Divine Feminine dealing with a little bit of emotional volatility or emotional extremes. The card Forgiveness came out. So if you are someone who is processing a lot of these emotional extremes, you may find yourself, I heard, feeling suddenly angry or suddenly sad or suddenly anxious when I felt like I was stable. That's what I hear this person saying. It's like I have these bouts of stability and then all of a sudden this intense emotion that hits me out of nowhere. Remember what we discussed earlier with these intense emotions often being powerful indicators symptomatic of very beautiful and intense transformations taking place through the heart chakra center. So with this card Forgiveness, I'm hearing meet these intense emotional experiences with forgiveness, meaning with releasing. This card says, I acknowledge that harboring resentment blocks the flow of love. I'm hearing release everything blocking the flow of love within you. Everything you are holding on to that is preventing you from fully accessing and enjoying and receiving love into your being. Not just love that we think of externally from others, but self-love as well. What is preventing you from fully loving yourself? Release whatever is coming up through that process. Again, this is a powerful heart center transformation, not anything going wrong with you. So I am going to reshuffle all of the cards here and speak to the Divine Masculine on a 3D physical level. So what is going on with the Divine Masculine from a physical 3D perspective? What is going on right now with the Divine Masculine? Caring connections in the upright position. There could be something about flowers here, someone giving someone flowers, or flowers somehow being symbolic for you and your connection. That will probably just be for one person. And of course, the yin yang reverse came out here. I'm laughing because that is one of the two cards in this deck I most strongly associate with twin flames. However, being in the reverse position, I see that, first of all, there's a confirmation here of this connection we're dealing with being a twin flame. However, there's something here that is, I want to say imbalanced, but I'm not sure that's the right word for it. I'm going to see if I can get more specifics. So what is going on with this yin yang card reverse? Denial. I acknowledge my fear, but I replace it with the insight of awareness. I'm going to pull another emotion card here because I'm starting to get a picture of what I think is going on here with this divine masculine. And of course, love. Wow, guys, very powerful transformation happening here within the divine masculine. The denial and love cards coming out, and I see this kind of sliding scale here, this spectrum, a shift happening from a state of denial to a state of total love. And I also heard acceptance, like acceptance of this connection, surrender to this connection. So I do want to get more specifics here. I feel with denial, I acknowledge my fear, but I replace it with the insight of awareness. I feel like this denial of one's own fear or wounding, or the presence or dominance of one's own ego, caused disconnect when it came to this connection, or caused imbalance within this connection, and blocked this divine masculine from the flow of love. It's like I was denying how afraid I was to experience this full-blown love connection with you, divine feminine. That's what I hear this masculine saying here. So I want to know what this masculine was afraid of, but in denial about. What was this masculine in denial about? With insight of awareness on that card, I'm also hearing intensifying spiritual awakening. Like I hear this masculine saying, I'm becoming more aware, more conscious, I'm waking up. And remember, these are physical 3D messages. So this masculine is waking up, meaning becoming more consciously aware in the 3D of the physical or of the spiritual aspects of this connection. The World card in reverse. One fear this masculine was not acknowledging and denial about was his fear of opening up. What was this masculine not opening up about? Tortoise spirit in the reverse. Blocked off intuition, lack of spiritual awareness. So another thing this masculine could have felt denial about was a little bit in regards to the spiritual aspect of this twin flame connection. I feel that this may not so much be denial in the traditional sense of like I'm actively denying that we share a spiritual connection, but it's almost like a lack of connection to that truth. Like I heard like being blind, not fully seeing this twin flame connection for what it was, being again closed off with the World card reversed. I heard not ready. So there could have been a masculine who wasn't fully ready to accept this connection for what it was and to move forward because there was some kind of healing or releasing that had to happen. Happy family in the upright position. I heard denial of how my past was actually affecting my future. So there could be some kind of actual past family situation, even an inner child wound or formative relationships or something in this masculine's life, things that formulated his ideas about love and relationships that he subconsciously or unconsciously stored within himself early on in life, that he was in a bit of denial about, or not fully conscious of, not fully aware of, or aware of the ways that these things, these potential inner child wounds, were continuing to impact him, and specifically this twin flame connection later on. And I will get into more specifics in the extended about specifically what these things this masculine could have been unaware of that were blocking this love connection, or that he was in denial about, what these things could have been. All of that will be channeled in the extended, which again is linked in the pinned comment and description. But for now, for this initial reading, I just want to sum it up by saying all of these things, this fear of opening up, this potential denial in regards to the truth of what this connection truly was, that this is truly a soul connection, a spiritual connection, or even perhaps they would use or become familiar with the term twin flame. They may or may not be using that term, but a realization, this is something special. This is something very deep and on a soul level, something I can't quite explain or explain away with logic. All of that shifting, an unconsciousness also of potential inner child wounds, ways in which the past could be affecting the future or the present of this connection. All of that denial, those sources of denial, are dissolving into love, shifting into love. And the love card says, I commit to the practice of seeing the good in all things by becoming conscious of these things he has once been in denial about through this spiritual awakening that is affecting all of these areas of his consciousness. This masculine is shifting that denial state into total surrender, acceptance, and love. So in the extended version of this reading, I will be channeling more specific higher self love messages from both the divine feminine and the divine masculine, as well as answering all of the questions we posed in this initial reading. So if you would like to explore those extended messages, the link to that is in the pinned comment and description box. Also, all of the subliminals I recommended during this reading, which were the Twin Flame 7 chakra clearing, the Twin Flame heart chakra activation, the subliminal to open Twin Flame communication, and the awakened divine feminine, all 4 of those are linked in the pinned comment and description box as well. Again, you can try out any subliminal I've created completely free for 7 days by creating a free trial account on my website, Sound and Soulful. Thank you so much for joining me here today in this reading. I hope some message here connected with you, resonated with you personally. If it did, please be sure to leave me a comment and let me know. Have a wonderful, beautiful rest of your day, and I will talk to you again in Friday's reading.